Happy New Year, everyone. Today we're going to make a tofu scramble, which is great for any time of the day, morning, brunch, or dinner. So we're going to start by showing this extra firm or firm tofu. It's organic, of course, from Trader Joe's. And you're going to use the whole thing. And the whole thing has 40 grams of protein. So I think that's great when people say, where do vegans get the protein? We get them from plants, right? So I've rinsed it and drained it, and then what you want to do is really press it to get the excess water out, and that will help it cook faster. So I've taken 4 paper towels, and I'm going to wrap it up. Get off that, that's wet. Wrap it up like a little present, all right? And you can use a cloth. There's all kinds of ways. You can press it with a book. I just want to do it while you're sitting, and then really push down on it, and you'll start to see the water come out through the paper towel. And then you can flip it over and do the same thing if you want. Okay. Just to get as much water out of there as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything, but just see what you can get off, and then it will cook faster. And then I've also already pre-cut a half of a red pepper. And red peppers are filled with vitamin C, fiber. They're great raw or cooked. So we're going to take this over to the stove and get started. So I have put 1 teaspoon of oil already in a wok style pan, if you want to come over here. And then I did a half a cup of chopped onions and a teaspoon of either minced garlic or 2 cloves of garlic. So we're going to turn that back on. I just didn't want to have you wait on me while that cooked. So we're going to stay here and do this. And then we're going to add in our pound of tofu. So let's get rid of the paper towels. So you're just going to crumble it. This is why it looks kind of eggy once you get your hands in there. And I recommend tofu in the refrigerator versus in the box for a tofu scramble, but I'm sure either one would work. I just feel like this sometimes is a bit more dense for a scramble. All right, and then what you're going to do is sit here for about literally 5 to 10 minutes, probably closer to 10, because you want to turn up the heat. And again, I did add a teaspoon of oil to the pan, and till it starts to brown a bit. Okay, so you just want to mix the onions and the garlic and the water. And then after it cooks, we'll add a few more spices and vegetables. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes sauteing the tofu on a stovetop here. At 5 minutes, I added in the chopped half a cup of red bell pepper. Of course, you can use any color bell pepper, or you don't have to use it. If you don't like peppers, you could add mushrooms, whatever you like. Then we're going to add in 2 cups of kale. I've taken it off the stem and just chopped it up. And you could use spinach, whatever you like. I'm going to turn the heat back up. I want to add the greens at the end because they usually cook down pretty fast, so you don't want them in there the whole 5 or 10 minutes. And it's a great way to get greens in. I know I struggle to eat enough greens, and so now they're going to be in our tofu scramble. And then we're going to add some spices while that's cooking down. If you enjoy nutritional yeast, we'll give it, this is by Bragg's. You could also get it in the bin. It's filled with B12, which is great for vegans. Make sure you're taking a B12 supplement. If you are eating 100% vegan, so we're going to add in the nutritional yeast. That'll give it a little yellow color. And these are all optional, whatever you like. A little sea salt, a little black pepper. And then you could add either chili powder or paprika. Just like 1/8 of a teaspoon. I'm going to do, let's make sure I do that. Whoops. There it is. I'm going to start light, and then you could always add it to individual dishes for people if they have a certain preference. So see how fast that kale's cooking down? And bring all those flavors together. And that's really it. Again, you can add whatever vegetable you like and whatever seasonings you like. But that's how easy it is. And then what also I've done, just as an addition, these are new potatoes, and all I did was cut them in half, just like I did for the deviled egg recipe, the smoky little devils. It's the exact same thing. I cut them in half, tossed them in a little olive oil and sea salt, and I roasted them at 450 for 25 minutes. So that's going to be our little side dish, along with some avocado toast. Okay, so it's looking good. It's coming together. So I'm going to go ahead and dish it up here, and I'll show you. So I've added some new potatoes with the avocado toast. Yummy, right? So with the toast, we have dipping materials. Smells amazing. One more. And that is it. It's an easy tofu scramble with new potatoes and avocado toast. So thank you so much for joining me. As always, thank you for saving animals with your food choices. I hope you have the best year ever.